Hello, 8th graders. Today we are going to go over some of the really important questions from our previous biotechnology learn check. So first what we're going to do is I'm going to look at number 2. It says, which person would benefit most from biotechnology? I'm going to go through and I am going to highlight everything I think that is important. The first word being benefit. I know benefit is a positive, so which person is going to see the most positive results from biotechnology? I also want to highlight most and biotechnology because those are all important words in that question. So let's go through my answer choices. I have a cook. Well, cooks could use biotechnology and GMO foods, but let's see what our other answer choices are. A farmer. I know we talked a lot about farming and agriculture and biotechnology. An architect or an automobile engineer. Well, I know that an architect designs things and engineers solve problems in terms of cars that really doesn't have anything to do with biotechnology. So I know that my best answer choice is going to be B, if it'll let me underline it. There we go, a farmer. Okay, let's look at a couple more questions. One of them is, let's look at number 8. It says, how does biotechnology most benefit the economy of North Carolina? So I'm going to go through again and I'm going to highlight what is important. If you don't have a highlighter, then use your pencil and you can underline. So we'll say biotechnology. I'm going to say most benefit. So we're looking for something positive. Now, this word right here, economy. Some of you might not know what that word means, but you probably are going to see that with a biotechnology question. An economy, all it is money, is really what it's dealing with. So what this question is really asking, and I'm going to underline North Carolina too. So what this question is really asking is, how is biotechnology most helping the money in North Carolina? So we have A, creation of jobs, B, creation of hybrid plants, C, creation of new medicines, D, creation of transgenic species. So what we need to remember is every single one of these is actually related to biotechnology in some way. So I need to go back to my question and say, but the question is really asking about the economy. So which one of these deals with the economy and money? And I go back through my answer choices and I see that it's definitely A, because biotechnology, one of its positives is it can create more jobs. Let's look at one more. Okay, let's look at number 11. It said, which would most likely increase the amount of money made from agriculture in North Carolina? So I'm going to go through again and highlight what's important. So I have most likely, let's increase, and let's say for agriculture is really important. And remember we said that's a word you definitely need to know to answer biotechnology questions, and agriculture just means farming. And then let's also do North Carolina. So again, the question is, which would most likely increase the amount of money made from agriculture in North Carolina? So my answer choices are A, tomatoes that are resistant to disease. If something is resistant to, it means it's not going to get it as likely. B, tomatoes that are more expensive. Well, if they're more expensive, we might get more money, but that's not necessarily going to increase the amount that we make, because then maybe people won't want to buy them. C, tomatoes that taste the same. Well, if we're keeping things the same, it's not going to change anything. So I think it's got to be A. So if they're resistant to disease, then we'll have more tomatoes, and then in the long run, we will be able to make more money. So I hope you learned a little bit today, and make sure when you go through your test questions that you are underlining the important words and you are slashing the trash. Really read through the question and see what your answer choices are before you make a decision.